Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another Saturday Anything Goes. I hope you're having a good weekend. For those of you caught in the path of the terrible Midwest storm, I hope you're also being careful out there. I used to live up north, and I remember how those streets can get with the snow and then melt, which turns into ice. So down here, well, we had some rain today, and it's going to get quite a bit cooler, but I'll accept that. Anyway, what are we going to do tonight? Well, I was kind of surfing YouTube and came across this adorable treat holder. So not only is it a treat, so here's your little box that contains your treats, but it comes in this cute little holder. So very, very creative. And several people have done it. I think the one that I saw today was by Sam from Poodle's Papercraft. Anyway, I thought that's what we would make tonight. So let me just put a hello out there so I'll be able to see your comments come in. And I've got 3 of them sitting here. This was the Valentine's one that I made yesterday. Cute. Love the ribbon. Love the sentiment, which is from our Heartfelt Stamp set. But I ran into a little bit of a problem. You have to be careful when choosing what DSP to use. And let me show you what I mean. So in my flower one, if I tip the box and rotate it on all 4 sides, it looks great. Even with my, this is Golden Honey, I think DSP that goes along with our honeybee stamp set. Again, it does have a pattern, but it still looks good all the way around. And while this looks adorable with the little petals out, here's where my problem arises. So yeah, stripes, not exactly going to be a good thing when you are doing this. So just be sure that when you select the DSP, that your, I'll call this my outside pattern, is not a directional one. Okay, all right, let's put this aside. Find space for all these cuties. I'll just put them up here out of the way. And this is what we're going to be using. So we will need our envelope punch board. We will need our Heartfelt Stamp set. Obviously, that's where we're getting our sentiment from. I pulled in some more of that Flax Ribbon. I just love this stuff. It looks like it would be stiff, but it is so not stiff. It is perfect for tying bows. Real red ink and cardstock. This is going to be the box itself. And this is the DSP that I chose to make the outer portion of it. Hi, Linda. Hello, Kathy. And I chose this because this is a non-directional pattern, so I can turn it any which way, right? And here, while my hearts do have some pattern, they're going to look just fine. All right? So let me show you how easy this is. We'll bring in our cardstock and our punch board. And this is a 6x6 piece of cardstock. So I'll place it in here, and basically we are going to punch and score at 1 7/8 and 4 1/8. So here we go. 1 7/8 punch, and then score, and then we move it to 4 1/8, which is right there. Punch and then score. All right, and from then on, we have our little score lines to guide us, but it basically is the same measurements. So punch and score, and then we go to our next one, which is going to be, there's our score mark there, punch and score. So we'll just do that all the way around. It goes pretty fast once you get that first set of score marks in. One more side, and then we'll be done with this. So this project comes together really, really quickly. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is round my corners. My punch board has a quarter rounder. Hopefully yours does as well. So just put your ends in there and round them off. It just helps the box look finished. Okay, so that is our base. Push all that aside. Now, a tip for you, another tip for you about your DSP. What you need to do is to decide which pattern is going to be on these little petal parts, all right? And I want that to be my hearts again. So since that's going to be inside, because really it's inside, I just curled it out, that means this is then going to be the outside part of the box. So this is the side you will score on. And the scoring is just a little bit different. Here we're going to score at 2 inches. We're going to punch and score at 2 inches. I love this foil paper. And then we're going to move to our 4-inch mark. But here's the big difference. We're going to punch, but we're not going to score. Bring it around to this side, and we're just going to repeat that all the way around. So we'll come to our 2-inch mark, punch and score, and then our 4-inch and punch. Once you've done it a time or two, you won't even think about it. So 2-inch is the punch and score, and 4-inch is punch only. So we're almost done with this. Punch and score, and 4-inch punch. And that's it. We are done with the punching and scoring. I am going to round these corners off as well. I just love this pattern, don't y'all? Very bright. It's foiled, so hopefully you're catching that. And that's it for our envelope punch board, so I'll put that away. Let's bring back in our cardstock base, and now I'm simply going to fold and burnish on my score lines. That one I did not score very well, but that's okay. We'll get it. I like it because not only is it unusual, but it doesn't use up a ton of supplies. You can get 4 of these out of one 12 by 12 sheet of DSP. So that's nice. All right, so I've got that all done. Now I'm going to come back and I'm going to fold and lightly burnish. I'm just using my fingers. I'm not using the bone folder for this. And we'll just come in, and we have fewer score marks. So we just need to make sure we get them all. Last one. Okay, so let's bring this back in. Hi, Kathy Sanford. Hello, France. How much snow have you gotten in Michigan? Now, what we're going to do, and if you've made boxes before using your envelope punch board, this is really going to be pretty basic. It doesn't matter, since these are all equal, it doesn't matter which 2 sides we pick. They just have to be opposing each other. And what I'll do is there's a score line here and a score line here. I'm just going to cut up those score lines. That will create flaps that we can use to build our box. And I could never do it this way. I always have to turn it around to get that other one. My hand just doesn't want to fit in that narrow a space. So I've got this done. I'm coming over to the opposing side here and doing the same thing. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's build it. Super easy. We just need to put adhesive on these flaps that we just cut. You can use liquid glue. You can use If you still have any fast fuse left, you can use that. I'm just going to use my handy tear and tape because I kind of like it. So I'll just put a piece right towards the bottom here where I folded that score line. Do it on all 4 flaps. Let go. All right. Just burnish these down, and then I use my little pokey tool here to pull off the backings. And I like to pull off all 4 at the same time. Oh, I went a little long with that tape. No worries. The nice thing about this, once I take the backing off, if I have extra, I can just fold it back since it's double-sided. Okay. All right, to put this together, what we're going to do is this flap is going to come up, and we want to marry this edge where I have the tear and tape to this edge over here. And I put my thumb right against the edge because that way I can feel if I'm in the right spot, if I'm getting a nice edge there. And I really do want a nice edge. Okay, so we got those 2 done. One more side. And there's our box. And we will use ribbon to close it, which is what I did in all of these. So we can put that aside. But of course, you would fill this with your treats before you closed it up. And I can think of lots of things that would fit in here. I love conversation hearts, that candy with a little heart-shaped candy with the little sayings on it. Those will work. I also love the cinnamon hearts. You can fit a Ferrero Rocher in here. I don't think you can do 2. Also, it could be used for trinkets. You know, a cute little beaded bracelet would fit in here nicely. All right, so we're done with that. Now let's work with our DSP. And we're basically going to do the same thing. It's a little hard to see, but there are score marks. And again, these are all the same. So we just need to start with one end and make sure that we cut it the opposing end for the flaps. And I can't see this skank, so I'm turning it around to this side. Pardon the shininess, but I want to make sure that I cut these just right. All right, so there's my flap. I know this is going to be the next area or the opposing area that I want to create flaps. Okay, just like that. Now, one thing, how do we get this cute little curl? You can do it now. I'll show you how you can do it later too. I like to do it now. You're only going to do this top part right here. Put your bone folder in there, and I'm going to fold my flaps down so I get a better purchase on it. But about there, and just curl it out. You're going to do that for all 4 of the sides. I usually end up curling them again, but just to make sure, it helps to get that initial curl in there. Okay, so we've got our curl. Now we're going to put our adhesive on here. Because this is foil, I absolutely recommend you use tear and tape for this. I've just found that it's the best for sticking things together without having to wait forever for like liquid glue to dry, and then sometimes it just doesn't even dry. So I've always had good luck with my tear and tape though. All right. That's it for our tear and tape. Come on, lift up here. just go in and say hi to everybody. All right, I'll pull the tape off here. And I mean, really, once I got to playing with this, it's not just something for Valentine's Day. Heck, anytime you want to give out a special little treat, pull out your DSP and see if you've got one of them where the pattern would work for this. Okay, same thing. I'm just going to fold this up into a nice edge. And that's why I've got my thumb right there. It kind of acts like a stopper so that the paper doesn't go over the edge. And there's our last one. Okay, so there is our cute little treat holder. And here's the box that, oops, actually holds the treats. And it nestles right inside of it. Okay, let's turn our attention back to the box right now. I think, like I said, I really like this flax ribbon. So I'm going to use it again. It's not what I would call stiff, but it has some stiffness to it. So I just think it works really well. So let me pull this down here. I'm going to need to order some more, I think. So that should be plenty there and there. And I don't cut it off the spool until I know for sure that it's going to work. It would help if I put the right side out, though. There we go. And I'm just going to tie my bow. Now watch, I had no problems tying a bow when I did the first one. You think it's going to let me do that again? Around we go. Come on, you. Okay, I'm fingers and thumbs. I have to do it from this side. Because I'm right-handed, right? So if I'm going to tie a bow, it has to be with my right hand. All right, that's what I want. Come on through. Boy, is that the world's ugliest bow or what? Let's do that again. That just is too sad. And it does tie so pretty. So, let's do it again. All right, that's looking better. That's looking much better. All right. And I'll just cut it off. What it is, my scissors. Come here, you. Play nice. So we've got that. I'll fuss with this just a little bit to get that down. There we go. All right, so we have that on there. And we'll put our sentiment on. I'm not sure if I want the sentiment on the top or actually on the box. I mean, the holder itself. If you look at this one I did, I actually put the sentiment and a little embellishment right there. So we'll see. I'm going to put it aside for just a moment because this is what I want to show you. Now, as I put this in here, my little curly things are really not curling very much. So how do I fix that? Take anything that has a round barrel to it, like this pen. All you have to do is just hold down the tip against it and roll down. And that is going to give you a nice shape. But I really do think it helps if you curl it the first time. All right, so there we have our adorable little box. Okay, let's bring in our sentiment. And I'm going to use From My Heart to Yours and our real red ink. And I have some Whisper White scrap here. Now you could also use Flirty Flamingo. Either one will work. Okay. And that is like all the stamping that you do with this. All right, I'm going to get my smallest of the stitched shapes, my smallest square, that's what I'm trying to say, and I'm going to scoot over here right behind me and put this through the big shell. It just barely fits, but it fits. And that's all that matters, right? Okie dokie. Hopefully I got that fairly straight. Yeah, not bad at all. So now we have a decision to make. Do we want to slide our ribbon up towards the top? It's still going to keep the box closed, and we can kind of tuck it right in there. So that's one way we can do it. Or do we want to put it here and maybe put a little embellishment? What do you guys think? Anybody have favorites? Hi, Sandy. Hello, Lisa. Cold and snowy Wisconsin. Yep, you guys are getting it. Oh, these would be cute for a bridal shower, Lisa. And you can see they don't take hardly any time to put together. You know what, guys? I am really, because I just love this ribbon so much, and I got that bow kind of sassy, I think I want to leave that the way it is and put my sentiment here on the front. So let me grab a couple of dimensionals here. And then we could see what we might do for a little extra something, something next to it, like I did the bee here. So I'm going to set it just, whoop, come here, backing. It doesn't want to leave. So we'll put that right there. Oh, and look at this paper, makes it so easy to get things straight because the dots form a line. All right, so we've got that there. Now, let's just take a quick gander and see if this one heart might fit. They have a little bitty one, but that's going to be way too little. So can I do that? It'll stick out just a little bit, but you know, I might be okay with that. Let's just try. So where'd my Whisper White scrap go? And this one I will have to hand cut because both of the punches that come with the bundle are a little too big for this. Now, what if instead of doing it in real red, I do it in Flirty Flamingo, because that'll be another way that I can bring that color in. So let's see what it would look like. You wanna, it'll be fun. It is very pretty. Very pretty. And let me just quickly snip this out. Now it's got all these little lacy doodads that stick out from the end. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I'm basically just going to quickly just kind of go around trying to leave an equal white space. So I'm doing a little bit of the curly cube, but I'm really not following it too much. I'm not sweating the small stuff. You're probably not even going to be able to tell anyway. But I like to fussy cut, so You probably, if you didn't want a fussy cut, stamp this along with the sentiment on a larger piece of Whisper White. That would work just as well. That way you could use one of the Stitch Shapes dies to cut it out. All right. I'm thinking, wouldn't these just be adorable for little Easter baskets too? Oh my gosh. I would love it. All kinds of things you can use it for. Okay, my eyes are starting to go crazy with all these little curly cues. But I'm almost done. Not going to be perfect, but we don't do perfect, right? We just do as best we can. There we go. So we've got that. And I don't think I'm going to put Wink of Stella on it just because this box, the foil is already so shiny. So do I want dimensionals or do I want to tuck it behind? So I could do that. You know, I think I kind of like it tucked behind. How about just some glue dots? Glue dots also work very, very well for attaching things to foil. So we'll just put 3, I think should be plenty. Now just slide it in here where I want it. I think I actually want it coming up just a little bit. And bingo, Bob's your uncle. There it is. So that is our little box, our little treat holder, all decked out and just cute as a button. So again, this one, I'll probably just give to my husband. He doesn't care about the stripes not going the same way. This one much better. Oh, this would be beautiful for Mother's Day as well. Ooh, yes. Get Mom a little necklace to put in there. Oh, yeah, yeah. And then this one, I thought this would be perfect as someone, you know, to go to someone who likes more masculine things because it's pretty non-girly, non-romantic, non-frilly. So there you go. We've got 3 different ones. They didn't take us but maybe 20 minutes to put together start to finish. And the box only takes 6x6 sheet of cardstock, and your little pot here only takes a 6x6 of DSP. So not too much in the way of supplies. Anybody have any questions? I'm just going to catch up here. On top. Everybody likes it on top. And what do? I put it on the side. Sorry, guys. All right. Well, that's everything I wanted to show you tonight. Glad we were able to do it at our regular time. We'll plan for that next Saturday night as well. If there's a project, be it a card or a 3D project that you all would like for me to make for you, please do leave me a comment. I absolutely love taking requests for things like that. One more thing before I let you go, because have y'all gotten Grace's Garden bundle yet? Oh my gosh, look at this. Is that not beautiful? I love this bundle. So cute. Had so much fun with that. All right. Well, my dears, that is all for tonight. I hope you have a blessed day tomorrow, and we'll see you next weekend. Bye-bye now.